Russia's tank force has made some major changes over the years. Being the biggest tank force in the world, while the high estimates of around 20,000 tanks wasn't right. Including their inventory of tanks that could be fairly easily brought back into service, Russia held the lead. But things have changed drastically. While some estimates still puts Russia at the second place, this was a very positive look in the beginning of the year. As Russia's inventory has continued to be hollowed out, Russia isn't even in the second place either, not in the third, and possibly not in the fourth or fifth place either. With Russia having a much smaller tank force left, with such a small number in their inventory compared to before, as their T-90 reserves are gone since several years back. They are either being produced at a slow pace or in active use currently, as we see very few losses of these tanks suggest either that Russia has very few active or that they're afraid to use them, as they don't want to lose the last of their modern tanks. With the T-80 reserve tanks being almost completely gone by the beginning of 2025, only having a few dozens in poor condition left, and what they have in their active fleet. With the T-72 being emptied out much more than before, but also currently, only having a few hundreds left, making the T-64 tank inventory to be the next step after that. But with decades of wear and tear, breaking down the older and less capable tank, leaving very few remaining. Making China, the US, North Korea, India, and possibly Egypt to pass Russia in tank inventory, while Russia still has a few thousands of tanks left, being the biggest country on Earth with huge borders and continuing to lose more tanks than they produce. Russia could go from the biggest tank force in the world to something much more insignificant. having problems accumulating any larger armored vehicle attacks now and in the future, with Ukraine having endured these endless waves of armored vehicles, has shown that it's not only about the numbers. Fighting off a much larger force, one tank after another. Leaving less and 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 less for tomorrow. That's all I had for this video. Please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Bye.